Imagine you are a young child attending a college physics course, and you have a processing disorder. The professor is spewing out information while looking at the whiteboard. While speaking, he or she is writing with one hand and erasing with the other to make room for more information. There are terms such as time derivative, action-reaction law, and uniform motion. You're hearing words but cannot comprehend their meaning. This is an exaggerated example, but typical of many students today who do not have the benefit of a teacher who teaches through the theory of multiple intelligences. Introduced by Howard Gardner in 1983, Gardner's model contains 9 areas: essentialist, interpersonal, intrapersonal, body kinesthetic, musical rhythmic, verbal linguistic, logical mathematical, naturalist, and visual spatial. This podcast will focus on the area of linguistic multiple intelligence. It involves a sensitivity to spoken and written language, the ability to learn languages, and the ability to use language to accomplish certain goals. Students with high linguistic intelligence take notes, read and listen to lectures, and participate in discussions or debates. Their careers may include being a journalist, a lawyer, a philosopher, a teacher, or a writer or poet. We are aware of several famous writers, authors, and actors that have been determined to be linguistics intelligence. Some of these writers and orators also lived with disabilities. Agatha Christie, a legendary British mystery writer, had a learning disability. Demosthenes, a great Greek orator, had a speech impediment. Edgar Allan Poe, an American poet and short story writer, was emotionally disturbed. Rudyard Kipling, a poet and author of the original Jungle Book, was the first English author to win the Nobel Prize in Literature. He was sight impaired. Additional authors with this intelligence include R.L. Stine, Judy Blume, Dr. Seuss, Shel Silverstein, and Roald Dahl. Strengths of children with a linguistics intelligence include that they understand words and language very well and have well-developed vocabularies. They use language well and can learn the complex rules of language quickly. They use language to remember and think. They can express themselves very well in both oral and written forms. Activities that they enjoy would be reading books, hearing stories oral or on tape, debating and discussing various issues, writing poems, short stories, and word games such as Scrabble. To help children with linguistics intelligence learn, we can provide them with books about a variety of topics, give them access to a reference library, encourage them to read the newspaper and ask questions about what they don't understand. Materials that we can provide for the children are simple: books, paper, magazines, encyclopedias, dictionary, and thesauruses are a few. To encourage children through mathematics, we could teach addition and subtraction by making up stories with characters. Science can be better taught to these children. We could teach gravity through children through the story of the apple falling on Newton. For geography, we could teach children words and phrases like hello, thank you, and good night in multiple languages and associate them with those countries. In history, we could have children describe the changes in clothing that have taken place since the early 20th century to today. The area of linguistic intelligence offers many technological tools. These include web development tools, word processing, desktop publishing, desktop presentations such as PowerPoint, and story creation software. To assist our children in their learning abilities, we can find out what their intelligence is. Do you know what yours is?